3, 2, 1. Alright, hello everyone, welcome to Breakout Racing League Tier 4, Round 4 of the Zandvoort Grand Prix here. I am your host today, FetterCheese33. Alongside me is Ritzy Raccoon 083. How are you, Ritzy?
I'm doing well. You kind of gave me a bit of a scare when you almost didn't show. Now you're here and we can get underway.
Yeah, of course. There are a lot of people going out really early, and that is incredible. Zandvoort, really, tight track. It's not really well known for overtaking. It's new to the game. It's usually a qualifying track. Like I said, you can't really overtake. Who is out first on the track, Ritzy? So Titan
Our
is out.
first car on track is Titan, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll do an onboard lap around him first. You know, give people how the track looks.
Yeah.
See how it is.
Just to comment really quickly on the track, it's very technical. It's very flowing. How you said, there's not really many overtaking opportunities, but it is a very fun track to drive, in my opinion. Now I'll let you take us on board with Titan. I don't know if you're gonna do commenting on this lap.
Yeah, I guess I'll do the commentary. DRS wide open, of course, using all that to DRS. Of course, he has max fuel as well, braking after that Bollard on top. Make sure he gets a really good exit there. Do not touch the curb or else you'll spin. It's a really tight section. You want to touch the curb slightly. Make sure you don't lock up through here. And make sure you don't spin here as well. Going through this really, well, kink straight type thing with sausage curves all over, and going through this very fast right-hander. You can spin as well if you touch that curb. Technical section, purple sector 1, of course. Braking in the 50-meter board just before that, touching the inside. Really nice lap from Titan here. Make sure he gets a really good exit before the DRS. He opens it. Going almost 200 miles per hour here, braking when the entry curve starts. Oh, going really aggressive on that curve as well. A nice exit from there. Last corner of a lot of these corners are banked, of course, the IndyCar type banking. It is really exciting, especially on this game. Let's see what this banker will be. It is 9.6. That is really good for Tier 4.
Yeah, it is a very quick lap, as you said. I'm trying to see who else will be coming across the line. Frizy. I don't believe I recall his name. I'm pretty sure this might be, if not his debut race, one of his races that he might have showed to. Chunky, right behind Titan. Yeah, very nice lap from Titan. Kept it nice and clean as Ronnie goes and beats it.
Yeah, of course. Some swaps, I would say, from tiers.
Oh yeah, true.
Dark Eyes?
You have a point.
What was that?
I can go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Dark Eyes moved up into Tier 3, of course. Silkweaver was expected to move up, but he's leading the championship by around, 50 points, I'd say. And Dark moved up into Tier 3 first, but Silkweaver is still in reserve for Tier 3. So, yeah, there was a little complicated mistake with the signups there, and Dark Eyes had, well, I wouldn't say unfortunately, but he got moved up first, then Silk, and yeah, he has, so we're just waiting for Silk to move up to Tier 3. So yeah, it is confirmed that Silk will move into Tier 3 once there is a spot open. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, very interesting. It is the time of the season where we are able to judge people's paces not off their time trials, but how they're doing in each individual tiers. And yeah, as Beta said, very quick recap. There have been a couple movements not only in Tier 4, but I believe across the board actually. Just to promote more balanced, more fair racing, as actually the person you're talking about, future Tier 3 driver Silk coming across the line. See if we can set up with P3. Still not bad a lot, but you know.
Yeah, hopefully we can, yeah, hopefully we can see some sub 8 lap times. That would be incredible, especially for this tier's pace.
Yes, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, we've seen one of some pole times, you know, almost match the tier 3 pole time, which is, I think, really incredible. Just shows how really competitive the league is overall. There's not a lot of people out on track.
Yeah, I did believe that Williker was on a lap, but he's on 2 laps, it says, so I don't think it's gonna complete. Yeah, it's, definitely, since it is a very short, it's not very short, but it's a very quick track, these cars fly around this circuit, as we can just see Williker going down the downhill right-hander at very incredible speeds, and car just grips on. A lot of people did already complete their banker laps, so it's gonna be a bit of a wait before you see more.
Yeah, only 14 drivers showing up, so if, you know, it's almost around, if you've got the pace in this track, you can get points really easily. But of course, there's not a lot of spots to go side by side in, so you're gonna have to pick out your overtaking spots really carefully. That's what's special about this track, I would say.
Well, I mean, you can go side by side just about everywhere. It's not going to be quick, but it is doable.
It's doable, so, yeah. But when points are on the line,
not the ideal
the
strategy.
adrenaline, I don't think.
As Williker actually improved on his 2-lap old tires, his broken reptiles, I think, going to be the first one to try a lap on the mediums. He'll try to go for the different strategy, and in my opinion, I don't believe it is the right call. And something else to watch out for as well is going to be rain. There's very high chance of rain on this track, whether it be in qualifying, which we aren't seeing, or in the race at the beginning or the end. You never know.
Yeah, of course. 11 minutes remaining in this qualifying session here. We are going to mention that Ritzy is streaming, but I'm going to be the lead commentator. So we are new to this. Yeah. You know, we're trying it out. Hopefully it works.
Yeah, because last time we had Fade to stream, it didn't quite go to plan.
Well, let's not talk about that, yeah? I'm joking.
No, I mean, it's, at least you're back on the booth. We were able to get the party issue fixed, so no longer are you going to hear my voice. You're going to be able to hear Fada, and I'm no longer going to be shoving words into his mouth. He can actually speak for himself.
Yeah, of course, Groggy, the GOAT, podium last time. Let's talk about last race's results here. Well, Ronnie is on a lap. Last race results, of course, Silky won. No surprise there. That's his 3rd win in a row. Hopefully he can come back. Well, not come back, but make it 4 in a row in this race before he gets moved up into tier 3. 2nd place, I don't remember who got 2nd place. Do you remember, Ritzy?
Unfortunately, I have a very small memory capacity, so I do not.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Titan's gonna cross the line. Well, he's on the last corner.
Titan. Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yep.
As he goes into the pits, I don't know if he didn't improve. I believe ER10 is also going to cross the line. He did improve. He might improve.
Yeah, so Titan got 2nd, and I think that's the wrong one. Wait, what?
Yes. Ron Swanson really quickly goes up to P3 with a 9.6. These drivers are on the mid-6s. Ronnie just a bit below as he has an invalidated lap time, and you know, an 8 would be quite a lap to be able to get properly around here. It's Fluky on medium tires also. Yeah, Fluky and Broken Up Tower trying to see if they can make the medium tires work. I'll let you finish your sentence. Okay. Roggy goes slightly wide and invalidates. Something you don't like to see.
So yeah.
So actually we have a new provisional pole sitter really quickly. Whiffy winner. And he was able to get pole without noticing. I'll fade it.
Oh, no. Yeah, Titan got a podium, and Groggy the GOAT, his first podium in 3rd place in a year, I would say. So hopefully he's confident for this race. Anyone out right now? Ron is about to settle up, I think.
I think he's on his in-lap.
Yeah.
Because something else to mention is that it's really difficult to do 2 flying laps around here just because of the sheer amount of ERS that one uses. I believe it is unique to this track. Just the amount of ERS you use per lap is staggering.
Yeah, it is really hard to save ERS in this track. Of course, there's not a lot of hard braking zones, so it will be interesting. It does play a big factor, especially around that. Well, I wouldn't say big straight, but it's a long straight. Adam is about to cross the line. Whoa,
He's
he
gonna improve. Oh,
goes
it goes
fifth.
up to P5. I wasn't able to see what line he took, but it looks like he was just trying to get the slipstream out of the car going into the pits. Very, very cheeky move. We'll give him that.
Yeah,
I
Ronnie.
believe Ronnie is improving.
Yeah, Ronnie. No,
He's going to
he was-
pits.
He was improving, I think.
Mitchie, unfortunately, oh yes, an outlap, never mind. I say unfortunately validated, but outlap doesn't matter. Titan, also on an outlap, gonna start.
While the track is quiet, do you want to talk about strategy? Because strategy is, you know, it plays a part in every single race, and of course Zandvoort is no different. People starting outside the top 10, do you think will they go on the or mediums compared to the softs? How do you think the mediums compared to the softs?
Well, I mean, in a race situation, I believe the mediums are very, very good. The softs are quicker, but because they wear out, not so quickly, but because they wear, the mediums should be able to come into play halfway through the soft state. It could be a good strategy if it works. However, you do have to keep in mind that it could rain in the race, which, as I said, is pretty likely considering how often it's rained here when I've done races around here.
Yeah,
So it's up to the drivers.
we're going to see Mitchie. Mitchie's on the last corner, about to set his second lap.
I was also, where's Mitchie? I cannot find Mitchie.
Oh, well, yeah, he
I
set fourth.
Yeah, P4. I'm trying to use the little menu instead of giving you guys headaches with flipping through cars. I'm not very good at either, so I apologize. I think this McLaren is gonna is barely starting a lap. I think the next car to cross the line on a flyer is the Mercedes of Chunky. It's a lot of curb there on the exit, just enough to not invalidate with the DRS. I believe he should be able to move up. He does, right behind his teammate Silk, future Tier 3 driver. I think that's gonna be my label for him until he goes into Tier 3.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have the answer to this, but do you know who would be in the lead of the championship if or when Silk gets moved up?
I do actually. Titan would be the leading person, I would say. He is on 36 points with Silk on 75, so it's a 40-point gap. That is a really, really big gap, especially now that there's only 3 races into the season.
Yeah, you are correct. Many other tiers, I don't know much about tiers. I can only speak for Tier 2 because that is the tier that I race in. The gap's very, very tight between the top 3 just because of the tier allocations and the movements. That's still quite a gap either way.
Yeah. Speaking about gaps, look at this gap between 3rd and 5th. They're both
very
in the
very
6th.
close.
Yeah. Wow. With
Tier
you winner.
4,
Sorry, what was that?
I was about to say Tier 4 does not fail in qualifying. They always deliver a performance. As ER10 cross the line up to P10 on board with Wiffy winner now, I believe. Yeah, I got the menu thing right.
BRS.
Ooh.
9-2. 2/10 off of that desired 8, sub 8.
Yeah, the 8's gonna be something that a lot of the quick drivers are gonna be aiming for. I would definitely be surprised if someone was to get it. It's something that you wouldn't expect to see out of Tier 4. Wow.
Yeah.
Renault duo are gearing up to go on a lap, I believe. Not Wilka. Is it
Ronnie.
is gonna start? Yeah, Ronnie.
Oh,
He
Ronnie's
invalidated.
invalidated, yeah.
I think he's gonna go for another lap though. I don't see this little red light blinking. So he must have saved up the ERS or invalidated very early. It's gonna be the Renault duo. I don't think anyone else is on a flyer.
Yeah, the track
Or
is
about to
relatively quiet. Usually,
So we can watch Ronnie.
yeah. Usually everyone just goes out on stints, you know, there's like, you can go out at 12 minutes, everyone goes out at 12 minutes or 8 minutes, you know, it's just how long you take the circuit, and Zandvoort is a really, really tight circuit, well not tight, but really short circuit, and if you really push it, you can make it 4 runs and maybe 5, but you're really pushing it after that, and you won't have any tire sets.
I don't feel it's the nature of the circuit, it's just how quick these cars lap the track itself. Like, the track isn't short by any means, it's just these cars take it as quick as possible. This Ronnie is coming onto the banking. Ooh, looks like it could have been an invalidation. Is not. He decides to back out of it.
Okay, that's the 3rd time.
I believe it is Adam who's going to cross the line. I'm trying to get on board with him really quickly.
2nd.
Adam up to P2 with his teammate coming across P7. Yeah, drivers should now be on their final flyers. 2 minutes. You can still make it out of the pits and have enough time to set a lap by now. As we see, only 2 drivers actually who are still in the pits. Everyone else is on an outlap or a flyer. Willica is coming into the final sector. The sectors here are very strange. Sector 1 goes on for what looks like a very long time, and the middle sector is just non-existent.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very odd. You would expect the first sector to end shortly.
Ronnie's
retires
out
in the pits.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Willica, the other Haas driver, up to P3.
Oh man, just wanting.
Lap. That is a Mercedes.
Hopefully Whiffy.
Outlaps. There looks to be a lot of traffic as I'm scrolling through.
Yeah. Look at the laps.
I don't know who's on the lap. I think Ron's gonna be the next one across the line.
I mean, these drivers are smart enough to not hold each other up.
Yeah, I don't believe there should be contact between them as I'm trying to find the next card. Ron, and actually, speaking of the Ferrari driver, his teammate Zach will not show up today, which is not going to help the Ferraris. It's 9-2. Yeah, Ron's making a statement for himself. Fluky Fort invalidated. Yeah, what a lap from Ron. It's barely ahead of the car behind of Whiffy, but he's still able to make a statement and say that I'm here, I'm fighting for the pole position.
Yeah, Whiffy, a little bit of dirty air from the Mercedes in front of him of Silk.
Silk is on an outlap. Actually, no, they're both on outlaps.
Yeah. Time.
Correct. Chunky is going to make a shot. Yeah, he's on an outlap. I don't know. Unless the game's lying to us, then we should just trust
Chunky's not on an outlap. He's on a fast lap.
As Mitchie has gone off the track. I think he's taking too much curb going into that braking zone. It's very, very deadly.
Yes,
Chunky going to cross the line. How much will he improve by? He improves by very, very tiny margins. That's a McLaren. I believe that was Broken Reptile who crossed the line up to P3. Very nice lap from him.
Oh!
Ron Swanson is not improving.
If he did not improve on his lap, that is qualifying over for him.
As there's a track or a car on track, it looks like. I'm not sure if that's a retired car, if someone's just stationary.
Red Bull Frizy, I think he got out. Yeah, it's already despawned.
Frizy.
I want to take a look.
Silk. Next. Really quickly.
Silk spun!
Oh no, Silk!
Can Tyne get his pole position back and show what he's made of in that 2nd place in the championship? Going through the last corner, a little loosey-goosey there, taking the inside line through the IndyCar banking. No ERS, he's in 7th gear, 8th gear. Can he get pole? No, he can't.
He cannot, and I do believe that is now qualifying over. Swiffy is out as well. He's not improving, and Silk unfortunately did spin. He's on the pits. Yeah, look at the gap between, well, just the field and tire. Wow. Yeah. They're very, very close.
Top 3, less than a 10, not even 500. That is incredible.
Yeah, Tier 4 qualifying is always something to look forward to. The gaps are always very, very close. The margins aren't there. As we can see, our battle for pole. Look at that gap.
Oh, wow.
Ron Swanson was barely able to edge out the Red Bull of Whiffy winner. You want to do alternating rows? Or
no? Well...
just to go really quickly over the field.
You can go really quickly. Go.
Okay.
Go.
So we have Broken Reptile right behind in the 2nd row in the McLaren, barely behind our pole sitter. Then there's a bit of a gap behind to Adam in the Renault. Willica, actually both Hasses starting right next to each other. Very, very good qualifying for him. Titan, 2nd place in the championship, who should inherit the lead. He is in P7, Mitchie's in P8, Groggy's in P9, and Silk is in P10. I can see the bottom four.
Pain. All right, let's get ready.
Paid indeed. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting race. I'm really hoping to see some rain. I know some drivers may not like the rain, cough, you Veda, but you know, it's looking very clear so far.
It's cloudy. Hopefully,
I see
hopefully for
clear.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. In my opinion, the rain just makes everything interesting.
Well, Ritzy, you're on
Makes sense.
controller, so I mean, I'm joking.
Don't bring this argument. Let's not get political in a stream, you know. So we see the drivers just select their strategies, make sure their setups are perfect or as perfect as they can be. Select their tires, as Ronnie's going to be our first one to ready up, indicating that he is ready to begin the race. Yeah, something to watch out for, as you said, is going to be the people outside of the top 10, which is three drivers. So I want to see if they can make the alternate strategy or if they even choose to go into the alternate strategy. What do you think?
Yeah, once again, the hard soft is a very, very effective strategy. At the start, of course, you're going to fall off, but at the end of this hard stint, you just have no traffic, just all clean air. Let's look at the tires now, if you can. So
I'm switching the tires as quickly as I can.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It is expected, you know. It's expected. Chunky, year 10, Fluky, and Frizy all out of the top 10 on mediums, and no one on the unexpected soft or hard. So it could be interesting if those bottom four can make up the field. That's what usually provides the racing in tracks like these. You know, the strategy, the strategy variation.
Yeah, this track, I don't think it's very heavy on tire wear, so the alternate strategy isn't quite as powerful, but it still can be an advantage when played right.
Yeah, tracks like China, you know, China is
China's terrible tire wear.
Yeah, terrible tire wear. And the hard soft is very OP, as we saw with Groggy the Goat last race.
Groggy the Goat.
Yeah, he
What
was
a drive
17th
from him.
to P3. Yeah, just kept it cool. Yeah, this will be
So
very
I take it that your driver to watch is going to be the GOAT himself, Groggy?
Well,
Starting at P9?
I mean, he's starting in P9 with old soft, so that is it's going to be a disadvantage. But I'll certainly keep my eyes out. But I think the person I am keeping my eyes out on more is Ron and Whiffy, because they are new to the front row. Ron has personally never set a pole position before in this tier, in this season. So it would be interesting if he can hold off Whiffy and other people for the win, you know? And we're just going to get through to start. Ritzy, look at Discord real quick.
At the grid?
DMs.
Oh, I saw.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, so we have the drivers lining up. And Veda, you can go ahead. Take it away.
Yes, sir. Thank you. "36 laps of this GP. Everyone is loading up, getting ready, getting the adrenaline pumped in." Those lights are fake. That's not true. Oh, it is. Okay. It's lights out and away we go. Ron, oh, there's a glitch in the standings. Whiffy winner is having a way better start than Ron said. He has the inside. Cars are ghosting everywhere. Adam up into P3 with broken retard not far behind Whiffy, holding up Ron Watson. The top two are really close. Both houses are battling behind. So far, really clean start. No one is getting involved, but all cars are ghosted in my screen.
There's a lot of drivers going 2x2 in the back.
2x2 in the back. Yeah. Any dive bombs here?
I don't think we can see a dive bomb. The dive bomb can work, especially in this part of the track when you catch a driver.
Oh, Fluky is out.
Fluky. Oh no, Fluky has spun and unfortunately reset the track. That is very, very not good.
Yes.
Nothing more I can say. Very quote-unquote naughty from him.
Whiffy with a
It's
very,
exotic.
very great start indeed, passing
Yeah,
Ron
Whiffy
Swanson
got an
on the
amazing
inside,
start.
yeah. But
He's
so
gonna
far,
have to hold off the lead. He's built a gap actually. building as we see Broken Reptile. Is he on the button? It looks like he might be. He's trying to get past the Renault of Adam. I don't think he's going to be close enough to do it. It's going to be a little bit of a battle. Never mind. It is the standings glitching out. Thank you very much.
We see Willica and Titan as well battling. They're still going side by side a bit. Oh, yeah, the standings are very.
Oh no, actually they're correct. They are correct. It's good to see. We see Chunky right next to one of the cars. Very small gap. Him and ER Titan are not going to go side by side up the hill. That is not a very smart thing to do. Ron caught the back a bit. Now the standings glitch out.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Ron looks like he caught the back a bit. I don't know what's going on with the standings. I don't know.
Cody being Cody's. Yeah, the grid is starting to spread
Silk.
out a bit though.
Silk is catching the back of Titan. Look at the amount of space that he made up on the apex of the corner. I don't think he's going to be able to get a better exit than his competitor. No, he's not. There's not much, as you said, there's not many different overtaking opportunities throughout this track, as Whiffy still holds the lap as we go on to what is lap 3 now. This is lap 2. The standings are lying to you.
Cody's just being Cody's, and look at Titan's all in the back of. Oh my God, that's Ronnie! Did you see that?
Did he have a moment? I did not see that,
that,
unfortunately.
Damn it!
I was trying to look at Broken and Adam. I'm very sorry, as actually, speaking of Broken and Adam, they were going side by side. Adam is able to defend the position. Really quickly, you want to recap what you saw?
Well, Ronnie went on the barrier, switched on, just, you know?
Thank you for the very accurate explanation. I appreciate it.
No
Actually,
problem.
Whiffy is not able to get further away from Ron. Ron's still hounding the back of the Red Bull. He wants to get back his position. Yeah, Broken Reptile is still on the back of Adam as well. There's a bit of a gap starting to form between these two drivers, and the rest of the field is trying to catch up.
Yeah, the bottom 5 are just they're starting to form 2 trains, and the DRS hopefully can improve more racing. Ron is still in the back of Whiffy a bit. He's still putting that 5/10, under a second mark, I would say. But all 4 cars, all top 4 cars are still in 1 second of each other, you know? So, looks like that's Reptile. Reptile was looking for a move there.
Yeah, Reptile, a bit of a contact it looks like, as he got better apex speed, as there is Willica, there's been a racing.
Oh, I didn't catch that either.
I wasn't able to catch it, but I believe it was a spin. I'm not sure if it was contact related or not. Unfortunate. That's actually both Hasses who had a very good qualifying, starting, I think it was the 3rd or 4th row right next to each other. Ronnie got involved in an incident, but with our very accurate depiction represented by Theta. And unfortunate for Willica.
Yeah, the Haas's were doing really great in qualifying. Both McLarens are separated by Mitchie. They're currently leading the standings, I think, but they're doing a really good job at the start of the race.
McLaren has showed very, very strong continued pace throughout these last couple of races. And yeah, it's no surprise to see them build their way back up again. So I don't know if Ron actually has the DRS on Whiffy. I believe he does not, so he's going to leave him vulnerable to Adam and to Reptile unless he's able to catch back up. I don't think he is. There's going to be any dive bombs being made around the outsides. So far it appears not. There's a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's starting a little bit. Hopefully we see some mistakes and form into these. It is easy to go side by side. It just takes a long time. It takes a lot of time, especially with the adrenaline of these drivers. I don't think they'd be able to have that patience, you know?
It's very, very possible to go side by side. It's just very, very difficult as well, as Frizy was catching the back of the Williams as he is now in the gravel.
Oh.
I saw the gap coming down and I thought it would be interesting, but unfortunately I believe I can boil that down to commentator's curse.
Oh, yeah. Let's look at, well, there's not a lot of talk to about here, but let's look at Whiffy and Ron and Adam's ERS. Look at the difference between all of them. I mean, starting off with Whiffy, average 50%. Ron, he's using it, but he has a lot. He has 80%, and look at Adam with 9% ERS. That is, it's not a lot, you know. Remember, like we said, Ritzy, ERS is very, very hard to manage around this track. You barely gain anything with 5 laps remaining, not like 5% with 5 laps. It's not a lot.
Yeah, ERS is very, very difficult around this track. I do not know why. It's just something that you really have to manage. And whoever manages it very well is going to get a pretty good advantage.
Yeah. And
you see Titan hounding the back of Mitchie's. He's stayed very, very close. You can see the gearbox. Mitchie's is trying to catch to the back of Reptile, who's also trying to catch the back of Adam, and goes so on to Ron.
Yeah. Goes so on. Mitchie's now under pressure by Titan. Look at this. Titan is using all this overtake. Mitchie blocks the inside. Titan is going around the outside. Mitchie looks like he has for wing damage. Silk
there's been a bit of contact.
Caught up at the back of him. Titan makes the move, but Mitchie's now pressured by Silk. Silk.
I do believe I see the missing input that you are talking about. I don't know where he was able to get this from. Silk's gonna just absolutely take advantage of this. Is he on the overtake button? Yes, he is. Look at the amount of energy that he has saved. Mitchie decides that it's worth it to pit. Get rid of the wing damage. Now Silk is going to be released onto the back of Titan.
He was in the points. He was fighting for that contention, but unfortunately he got that front wing damage.
I don't recall seeing him get front wing damage. I
didn't either.
It's going to be a very interesting battle to see Silk and Groggy actually, who's also made up a couple of positions. Silk's making up as many as he can, trying to get into the lead of the race, and now Titan's going to be his next victim. And I think actually this might be our closest battle on track besides Ron and Whiffy. So I am wrong. Fryzy's still actually hounding the back of the Williams. He's been able to get back. ER10 looks like he's struggling just a bit. Even with Fryzy's mistake, he wasn't able to pull away enough to get out of the DRS possibly.
Yeah, there is a constructors battle going on here. Look at both McLaren's 4th and 5th. The Renaults in 3rd and 7th, and the Mercedes in 6th and 8th. So it's just around 14 all around in the same points paying position. Looks like Silk is going on a move on Titan. Battle for 5th.
He's going to go up the inside. Titan just doesn't look like he has the ERS to defend. He's holding it around the outside. A little bit of contact. Who's going to get the better exit? Look at Titan.
Oh, Titan, superb defending. There was a little bit of contact there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if it was due to Silk going a bit too deep as we have... Is that Mitchie?
Oh,
that is Mitchie. He is stuck in the wall.
Oh.
And he's retired.
Did he retire on the game or just the
he got stuck in the wall.
glitched?
No.
Oh.
And would you look at that?
Safety car.
That barrier is terrible, and unfortunately it has caused a safety car. I was able to see his wheel pop off after being stuck inside of the barrier. Very, very good coding from you guys, Cody's. Appreciate it. Now this is going to put a wrench in the plan, foil the plan's most.
Well,
could actually work very well for the medium rooms.
Let's talk about strategy, Ritzy. Can people go to the end on these hards? If they do pit for hards, you know, if
you should be able to.
Will they have to tire manage? I don't know.
It's definitely going to be risky. Either, like you said, these guys can try to pit in for the hards, as we see a lot of the leaders do. I'm not sure if they're going to go on the hards. Yeah, a lot of drivers going into the pit. It's going to be very, very busy. Actually, almost all of the soft runners might be going in.
And hopefully someone jumps someone.
All of the soft runners are in.
Yeah, we see Reptile on the mediums. Some people are on the mediums, some people are on the hards. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very difficult to judge from lap 9. The hards could possibly make it, but they're going to be absolutely destroyed by the end of the race, especially the front left.
Oh, wow. Ron overtook Whiffy in the pits.
Very intriguing.
Yeah. Fryzy also, he stayed out on the mediums. Yeah. Chunky Snacks did as well. So could there be some team orders here from Fryzy and Whiffy?
We're gonna have to watch, because Whiffy is fighting Ron for the lead of the race. They're both on the same compound. I believe they're both on the same strategy of trying to go to the end. So Fryzy, either it's going to be team orders or Frizzy's going to decide to hold back his teammate.
Yeah.
Chunky, as you mentioned, he has gotten the lead of the race by staying out, and I think the
Oh?
mediums still should have enough pace. Well, depending on what tire he wants to go onto, that's going to be a different story, because the hards are going to be slower in the end, the same compound they're on, and I don't believe he can make it to the softs.
Yeah, Chunky, the mediums usually around, well, they last around 15 laps, so he's gonna need a big widespread field if he wants to gain an advantage from that. You know, those mediums are starting to this is the point where they're gonna degrade a bit, you know. And the pit lane, of course, the pit lane is very short. You can overcut someone, overcut or undercut someone
Frizzy
in
decided
14
to
seconds. You know, what was that?
Frizzy has decided to pit, and really quickly I'd like to mention ER10 has decided to go on to the alternate two-stop strategy. He's on to the hard. He's going to have to make up positions to make this strategy work, and I believe actually this strategy is very reminiscent of stuff that he's done in the past.
Yeah, he's done that strategy in the past also. I think all the races he's done that. All the races that there were a safety car, all the drivers are warming up their tires. Chunky is leading, Ron in second, Whiffy in third. So Whiffy now has some breathing space, and Ron now has some pressure on him because he has an old medium runner in front of him, and his championship. I was gonna say championship rival, but you know, yeah. Finally,
this might actually be pretty good for Whiffy. He can see his competitor. He can see the person he wants to beat right in front of him, and Ron has a person who he should be able to overtake relatively easily, but he also has the added pressure of Whiffy winning right behind him. Adam was able to make pretty good moves as the safety car is in this lap, as predicted.
But as always, in the end of the day, we still see a Mercedes leading. If it's not Silky, it's Chunky.
They both alternate, but Chunky, even though he is in the lead of the race, he's going to be in a very compromised position unless he can get the most out of the mediums. As you see, everyone's trying to warm up their tires. Chunky is going to give us a go. Whenever he goes, the rest of the field goes.
Oh my, that is
Watch out.
owning of the field.
Yes, it is.
Ron is so impatient. He wants to get out there and pass Chunky.
Oh, he's on the grass. Chunky. We see two different collisions happening in the back of the field. Chunky is now going. Is he gonna get overtaken by Ron? Is Ron gonna go for a dive up the inside? He thinks better of it. Whiffy has a little bit of pressure from Adam.
Oh, he goes sideways a bit. Ron goes sideways a bit, but he keeps it through. And Chunky is. Oh, Chunky was an AI for a bit, but he is. He extended the gap a little bit, but Whiffy is still under pressure by Adam. Let's see, back in the field. No one really went for a move there. What I'm really looking forward to is Silk, though. How will Silk go through the field? Because he wants to keep up that 4-win streak. Well, I don't know if he does, but
As we see Willica and who's that? Groggy. Oh, Willica's losing a lot of positions. There's been contact made, and there's been a lot of spun around.
Wait.
Ronnie touched the back wheel of the Renault driver, and he spun him around. Both past drivers are very, very
aggressive.
They're trying to make as many moves as possible. Yeah, very aggressive. There's the word I was looking for. That's very, very unfortunate. Groggy, the goat.
Team orders? I'm joking.
Now.
No.
So let me go back onto the top 3, possibly even top 4.
Yeah, Fluky and Silk are also battling as well. Silk is all over the back of Fluky. Fluky made a lockup in the last corner a bit. Silk has ERS and he's using this ERS. It's going to be a relatively easy move. Adam also got passed by Broken Reptile up in the front there.
Yeah, this Broken Reptile is on the superior compound. He should be making up a lot of positions. You can see the top drivers now. He's going to have to push to make those tires work. Ron still unable to get past Chunky.
He's the only person on the safety car who pitted for those mediums, so it would be interesting if he make up a lot of time in the field.
Oh, he should be able to, especially as we see also ER10 make up a couple decisions. Fluky is our first driver to get a track extension penalty.
We can see.
Moves being made. Titan's also very close to the back of Fluky, but there's nothing being done there.
Yeah, Adam and Silk are also catching up to the pack. Silk, especially Silk in sixth. He is. I mean, I wouldn't say that. Yeah, it's good. It's good for him.
The pack is very close together. Ron Swanson using the overtake, trying to build a gap too with the Broken Reptile doesn't have enough. His DRS is enabled, so you were incorrect earlier. Yeah, Chunky is still trying to use as much of his tires as he can to try to get ahead. There's a lot of very small gaps. Titan is still trying to close back onto Fluky. There's nothing he can do. ER10 on the soft is trying to take advantage. He's coming to the back of two Haas drivers. It's actually broken. Looks like he's closing the gap very quickly. Too whiffy. He's not going to be able to make a move here unless he was much closer. No, he's not.
Yep. He tried to go for a move there, and that compromised his line on Whiffy.
Yeah, going for a move down the hill, it is possible, but you have to be right next to the driver that you're trying to overtake.
Even if you're half a car length, like that.
It's not possible half a car length behind. You have to be right next to the drivers. We see no moves being made into this other DRS section. I think anything's changed behind.
Oh my god, Ron is all in the back of Chunky.
Oh yeah, you can see the gap closing now as it goes a bit wide. I'm pretty sure that had to be a warning. Ron using the battery, deciding that it's worth it. He needs to get past. And he is going to get past. Yes, he is. Also now, Whiffy's going to have pressure from Broken Reptile. Broken Reptile up the inside. Is he going to be able to make the move stick? We see Whiffy get a bit more traction. Oh, they're still going side by side.
Oh yes, this is one of the parts where there's a lot of good racing, but Whiffy gets through and Reptile is losing a lot more time. Look at the traction he's getting. He's still in the back of Whiffy.
He's going for it.
What was that? What?
He looked like he was going to go for the move. He was setting it up, but unfortunately there's just not enough space.
Yeah, Whiffy was close the door. He's allowed to. That's racing.
Yeah, it's not an overtaking opportunity, and now we see the leader, Ron Swanson, with the tire advantage. Unfortunately for Chunky, he's holding up the drivers behind him. He doesn't have the tires to compete. He gets a very, very bad run. Touches the curb, flips it. I don't think Whiffy's going to go for a move here. He's too far back.
Yeah, he's holding him up a lot. Look at that. The gap is already outside DRS now. So it's not helping at all.
Ron has to take full advantage of this one. He has to build the pace that he can as Chunky dips a rear tire.
And that's an opportunity for Whiffy.
Yeah, I think that's going to be enough. Whiffy's going to good pass. He's going to go around the outside. He's going to try to hold it. Chunky doesn't have the grip that he should be able to hold it. No, he's not, because Whiffy just run away with it.
That was very around the outside. He defended against
Broken Reptile. He's going around the outside as well.
That was very awkward between the both.
Yeah, he was trying to set it up, but he just didn't get the line that he had to. As actually Broken Reptile has very, very little ERS in this move. You see his struggle. He has not been managing the ERS, and well, he's in
we can see a dive bomb here.
He's going to be low on power. I don't think he's going to go for a dive bomb. Chunky just covers it. Looks like doesn't want to get overtaken. You know, I think he knows he's going.
Overall, the
Broken Reptile is playing with the gears.
Yeah, overall, they're still.
That's the game.
Yeah, it's the game. All the drivers are still in a relatively big train. Choo-choo.
Yeah, on everyone except for our unfortunate victim, Groggy.
Groggy the goat, man. Come on.
This is Adam. This is the next one to fall victim. 2-track extension. I don't think Whiffy's been able to catch Ron this lap by that much, as you see. Broken Reptile, even though he has the DRS, he has none of the ERS, so Chunky still has a shot here. The tire difference.
Yeah, pretty easy move.
Yeah, Chunky is just falling down the field. He is going to have fresher tires by the end, but because of the large train as well, he's going to come out and make all these at the moment.
I think behind.
Yeah, even possible, because the gap should be around, or the pit stop time should be around 14 seconds, and how close these drivers are, I believe that might be a bit under 14 seconds.
Yeah, it's a short pit lane, but not that short. I mean, it's still a pit lane.
14 seconds, so that's still very, very quick pit times. I don't think Adam's going to be able to set up the move here on Chunky. Chunky's going to be overtaken by all of the drivers behind him. I don't think he's close enough, and Chunky also has the DRS, but he is on the overtake button. Is he going to go down the inside? He makes a look. but it's not
Still
enough.
giving him room.
Silk is just watching right behind them. He's just waiting until either they make a mistake or he can take advantage of Adam's situation. He could
Yeah.
go for a move right here. He's on the overtake, on the banking.
Before the DRS even
Live.
started, that was
Yeah,
incredible.
he began his overtake before the DRS on the banking, may I add, which is very difficult to do bridge and overtake on the banking.
Yeah, could there be some teamwork between them both? I think Chunky's on his own.
I don't know. Chunky could just, even if they're not in a party, Chunky could just be a better man and let his teammate go as Adam gets very, very large oversteer moment, almost losing control. Actually, Broken is catching a bit to the back of Whiffy. I don't think he's going to be able to make a move. The eyes are set on the two Mercedes drivers.
Yeah, eyes are set indeed. Chunky must pit
Oh,
this out.
actually, Titan and Fluky. Titan goes for a dive bomb.
Oh, Fluky's still trying to fight back.
I don't think he doesn't have. I don't think he has enough grip. 16 lap old mediums with
Yeah,
7 lap old spotters. I don't think
Visible.
that's-
Look at the grading tires.
Yeah, you can physically see the little grain, everything on the tires. I caught it as they made a bit of contact after I believe Titan's dive bomb. Yeah, this is where we see if Chunky's gonna have to, if he's gonna let him pass, or he's gonna fight him.
He's pitting.
Silk is on the overtake button, so he's not expecting his teammate to pass him. He's using a lot of overtake here. I don't think that is a very wise decision. As Fluky goes into the pits.
Fluky.
This is his tires are old. Yeah,
Yeah, these tires
his
are
tires
very
are
old.
cold. Chunky should also be going to the pits. I don't think he's going to choose to. Right now, you can see the amount of space that Adam was able to make up just in the braking zone where tires are going. Down the hill, how fast these cars fly, even in race trim.
Oh,
even
Chunky's
with
under
dirty
pressure,
air.
but Adam-
These cars are flying. He's going to go for it. Adam's going
He's
to go for
taking
it.
it. Oh, it's relatively clean. Adam has the inside with
It
the
is
better
clean, but
tire
it has-
advantage, but Chunky's still hanging through. He still has the inside of it. Adam's still giving him the space. Chunky oversteers into him a little bit and loses out, unfortunately. Now we can see Mr. Titan into the back of Stacks. Can he go to the dive before the dive bomb? Yes, he can. Chunky's still trying to hold it through. Titan still gives him the space, but overall, that was incredible. Chunky losing 2 positions in 1 sector.
Very, very unfortunate for Chunky, but I just think the tires are gone. There's nothing he could do there.
Yeah, he's still not paying.
Titan went for a... He's still not pitting. He's going to get overtaken by the Haas driver. He doesn't even need to go up the inside. He could possibly even go for a Titan. He's not going to go for it. Just ER10. He's already pitting 9 laps onto his socks.
Yeah, that wasn't the best strategy from Morgan. Year 10. Oh!
Ooh, there's been a bit of contact. Titan was going a bit slower than I'm pretty sure Williker anticipated. But Williker was going too fast.
Though, which is good.
Yeah, he still has and play back up to the front broken up time. Still right there. I know it's very, very nice to see Chunky get overtaken, but I believe just due to the tires. Actually, Titan went for a very, very good dive bomb there.
Oh, Fluky on the Ayrton Motorsport, battle for 12. There's a bit of cold. There's a lot of contact.
There's something flying in the air. I wasn't able to catch what happened. With
Yeah,
ER10.
basically, Flower just gave him no room, just turned in on him, and Motorsport went on the grass.
Flower.
What? Oh, Flower! Yeah. Oh my bad. Fluky Flower. Xbox generated names, am I right? A broken reptile.
I think Broken's gonna go for a
Battle
movie.
for second. Yeah, he is around the outside. He's making it. He's making it. Whippy, can he stick it through? He's well known for defending this corner. They're still going side by side. Whippy's gonna have the inside. Oh, they contact! And Whippy is out of the lead. Oh, he's out of the race. And the number 24 car, Red Bull. That is unfortunate for him, as we see Ronnie and Chunky going side by side. Chunky's still trying to defend Ronnie. Oh yeah, Ronnie has a straight line speed.
As we see both Red Bull drivers now, they're next to each other. Frozy's not going to hit him. Yeah, I just think there wasn't enough space left there. I don't think that Reptile or the McLaren driver meant to close the door in such a manner, but it's something you don't expect to do. You don't expect to go side by side. That's going to be my opinion. The rest is going to be left to the stewards. I'm pretty sure Whiffy is not going to be happy with that move. Actually, because of that move, we see our leader just build his gap.
Build his gap, but Reptile Reptile is on fresher mediums. Well, they're about to degrade, but he can use this time to catch up.
Even though he is on fresher mediums, as we see ER10, something happened to the Williams driver on the exit. Could have taken too much curve. Very unfortunate. But yeah, even with the mediums, I think Broken's gonna have to pit. There shouldn't be a way that he can stretch it that long.
Especially
unless
lap
he's able to
8.
pull a silk. Actually, speaking of silk, he's in P3, potential P2, considering Broken Reptile's pit stop.
Yeah.
What position? Actually, really quick, I think we should go over the what is it? Positions gained and lost.
Oh, position gains, yeah.
Yeah,
So you can go over that.
Silk's made up quite a lot of positions. He's 7 positions up. I believe he started P9, P10.
This is P10, yeah.
As a podium, and unfortunately for Whiffy as well, he is gonna have to take the title of most positions lost due to no fault of his own.
Well, we still have 15 laps. Oh wow,
It's still not over.
Yeah, this race has gone by so quickly. Considering it's Zambor, there has been a lot of action, especially the last 3 laps. Ritzy, that was good.
Broken Reptile was pushing hard. Sets the fastest lap. He's gained a lot of time on Ron Swanson. I believe there was like a 2-second gap when I first commented on it, and now look at him. He's within the DRS range. He's pushing these mediums as far as it can go. Ron Swanson, he's gonna have to do as much as he can to defend. I think he has the battery advantage over Broken Reptile. Yes, he does.
Oh yeah, he does. Ron is
Broken's
very
gonna
good.
struggle. He's gonna have a struggle trying to save the battery because I don't think it's possible with the amount of battery that he has. He's not gonna be able to save it up.
If it's under 20%, basically the ERS just goes into saving mode, so you won't have enough power on the straights. That's something I learned. Yeah.
The ERS mapping around this track is very different. It's actually something to note. Chunky's still yet to pit.
Chunky's still yet to pit. Oh my god, you're right. Could he be going for that medium soft?
I think he's gonna go for the soft.
He's definitely
Actually, Broken Reptile, I think he's within the DRS range. Is he? Yes, he is. You can see the wing flap, it's open. And he sets another fastest lap. He's pushing as hard as he can. I think he knows that he's gonna have to make another stop, and he's using the tire advantage to the best of his abilities.
Yeah, when you pit, you also gain ERS, so I guess that's a win-win.
So Reptile does have a chance to make up battery. Actually, Whiffy after his spin, and due to Chunky's degrading tires and the fact that he's still yet to pit 22 laps in, Whiffy's on the back.
Yeah, Chunky sees a familiar face in his mirrors. Whiffy sees a familiar sponsoring of Ineos in his view.
Ineos sponsoring, absolutely terrific car. I don't know much about the sponsor itself, but I have heard of the sponsor. Very OP machinery and motorsport.
I think the most dominant car in F1 history in modern era today, I think.
I think that term still belongs to MP44. That was an
well, modern terms, not.
Well, okay. You see, I'm kind of somewhat deaf. Very.
Somewhat. Oh, Ritzy. Look at
Ron
the clouds.
Swanson fought. You are correct.
Look
but
at
really
the clouds,
quickly,
Ritzy.
I see the cloud cover. They're coming in. But really quickly, Ron Swanson set the fastest lap, and Broken Reptile said absolutely not, and he took it back. Yeah, the cloud. There seems to be a bit of cloud coming over. I don't know if it's going to be enough for it to rain, as there's been an overtake with he's been able to get past Chunky. Chunky's still not pitting. I think there might be rain at the engine.
Oh yeah,
Chunky
you
could be stretching out the tires. Yeah, you see the cloud cover.
Oh,
I think it's happening.
this is exciting.
I think it's gonna rain.
Oh boy.
And actually, this could explain Broken Reptile's strategy. He should have gone onto the hards if he wanted to make it to the end.
Okay.
But I don't think that was his goal.
Yeah, Reptile 6/10 on Ron. Ron has considerably not been having a lot of pressure recently since Whiffy and Chunky and all those factors come into play. He's on a pretty good race so far, considering he led from pole and lost the position at the start.
Yeah, you can see Reptile just on the. He was on the button, but I don't think there was much he can do. He just has nothing left. Using the overtake isn't gonna exactly help, unfortunately. 'Cause yeah, you can see the cloud cover. I think it's gonna rain.
Oh boy.
I highly believe there's gonna be rain, and if there's not, I'm gonna be disappointed. Rain just makes races so many better. It's actually rain's good.
You and
Silk
your
is-
pad.
Hey, what I say, keep the politics out of this. You see, Silk is being caught slightly by Adam. Silk isn't able to do the work that he should have been to try to catch Reptile, but Reptile is just blazing right now. You see, also another close battle is both Haas drivers, Willicott and Ronnie. That's Frizy and Chunky still not pitting. I think he's stretching. I think he's stretching it, but I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Yeah.
Even though it's getting cloudy, it's gonna start raining, but the track isn't gonna be ready for inters quite yet. Frizy should be an easy overtake.
But Chunky battle for 9th place.
He's gonna go for it. Look at the
that's
superior
a very
target of Chunky.
optimistic move.
Chunky tried to leave the space. He wasn't expecting Frizy to go quite that deep, as Reptile still isn't able to catch one. Swanson is going straight. Both Haas drivers still right. Yeah, the cloud cover's here. It's definitely gonna rain. Now I don't know if the rain's gonna be enough to affect, like, to go on to inters. There is gonna be rain. Frizy is past Chunky.
Yeah, he just
It wasn't able to catch Chunky. Yeah. I feel like Chunky's priority right now is just if he really wants to stretch the tires, which he's absolutely doing to what an extent, you know. He needs to keep going fast. Although I don't think this strategy is gonna work. I'm pretty sure they were expecting the rain to have arrived much sooner. I'm pretty sure the game must have given them in the weather indication like 1 or 2 clouds.
Could that have been Ayrton Motorsports' strategy as well? Could he think that the rain was going to come in sooner? I don't know.
It could have been. And actually, speaking of ER10, as soon as you mentioned his name, he had a bit of a wiggle on the exit of turn 1. Commentator's curse is real. You can't change my mind. That Reptile is on the overtake button again. He's using it very early. He's very close to Ron Swanson. Ron has the battery to defend, and he's using the battery. Even with the DRS, the McLaren driver is not able to close the gap. That is all because of the ERS.
Yeah, Ron, a few laps earlier, he had 100%, and now he has 30. So he's wasting it. You know, he knows he's under pressure.
He's retired. He's retired.
Lukey, let's look at ER10. See his view.
ER10 virtuals.
Oh my God, virtual.
Yeah, you were about to start shouting at the top of your lungs, weren't you?
Yeah.
I think he took too much curb. You can see his car stricken right there.
Yeah, that's something I would do there.
He lost 2 drivers, Mitchie and Fluky. Fluky had more of a conventional death. Mitchie got stuck in the barrier and the game wanted to take his tire. Or not wanted to, it did take his tire.
Yeah,
Said, this is mine now. The tire barrier added another tire to its collection.
This helps Broken Reptile because he gains stress and sends his tires.
Oh, you are actually correct. He could be using this to gain his ERS back, and actually he has. It looks like it's a lot now, but coming out of the straight, he's gonna have nothing.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna have a
already
lot.
on the button.
He's
I
already
don't
on the button,
think
so
Broken,
is Ron.
I don't think Broken understands just how severe ERS is.
Yeah,
If I were him,
certainly
I
a
would
factor to
definitely
play.
Adam's still on the back of Silk. Silk losing the back of Reptile. The top 2 drivers are just running away. There's not much other action on track. I don't believe there is not. So for now, we are gonna have to keep our eyes on the lead 2. And if there is any other action, just shout.
Shout.
Just shout,
I will shout. You don't have to translate my words anymore. I can just tell the stream, hello.
It's definitely a lot easier for me. I am not the best person to be quote-unquote
Oh
translating.
yeah, especially the interviews, dude.
Oh yeah, those interviews are brutal. I'm very sorry to the past podium interview. No, not brutal. I didn't get the message across that I should have. And that's
No,
something
you
I
just
technically
got
did.
distracted, my man. You just didn't pay attention.
Oh no, it's not distracted. It's I don't have memory. It's not here.
Okay.
There's actually action. Groggy is past Chunky. I'm pretty sure Groggy went for a dive. Chunky is still holding out on the medium tires. He might have to take a 30 laps. I don't know if they can last that long.
But if he pits now,
Yeah.
he can go for softs. Softs can go to the
But
end
if he-
now.
I don't think it's gonna rain. Looking at it, even if it does rain, it's not gonna be effective.
Maybe just cloudy.
A bit of a Ron. It definitely looks like it's just rain weather. It's rain clouds, definitely. Because the thing, for some reason, with sandport rain is that even when it starts raining, it rains pretty lightly. Or I'm not sure if it's just the conditions that I've seen. But when it rains pretty lightly.
Something Fred
Horizon.
pits. Oh,
He's in the
let's
pits for
go,
the softs.
Groggy. Some points.
Chunky's still not hitting. He's still. I think Chunky's going for the. He's gonna try to take his teammates still. He's gonna go for the Mad Lad strike.
Bruh, Chunky's going on. He started the race on those mediums, and
He's taking it to the end.
he's taking it to the end, of course.
He's gonna get disqualified, but he's taking it to the end.
Mad respect
actually-
for that. Mad respect for that. I think that deserves an interview if he
I
does.
didn't think. I'm still gonna shout him out in the chat. It's just absolutely wild the strategy that he's trying to pull off. Broken Reptile has lost the DRS to Ron Swanson.
With finally some action with the on Ronnie.
Oh, I
7.
see the action. He's
Oh,
going to the
hitting.
pits. Yeah. Very, very nice action.
Very nice action.
Look at
indeed.
this. Ronnie on 26 lap old hards decides it's time to pit. Chunky on 28 lap old mediums thinks he can still keep going, and he's still going.
He's still going.
I think Chunky's just built different. I think that's all there is.
he's
And
pulling off
Broken
a
Reptile,
silk.
something
Just
has happened to Ron Swanson where now Broken Reptile is right there. I don't know if it was a spin or if it was a mistake, but Broken Reptiles closed the gap massively. I think he's gonna go for a move on down to main straight.
Yeah. Oh man, Chunky built different, my man.
There's nothing else to explain it. He's just built different.
Yeah, but like the fact he took those to 30 laps.
He's
I
going
don't
to take a no. I think he's gonna take it.
Oh wow, what
Nothing else to
mad
say.
lad.
So actually, speaking of taking tires way past when they should be, Broken Reptile on the same lap old tires as the car ahead, still right there. Hasn't lost the back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep my eye on Chunky. No offense to Chunky. I know you're pulling off an absolutely crazy strategy, but I'm expecting a puncture. There's no way these tires should go over 30 miles.
I know, but he's
He's
just
still going.
different breed.
He's still going. He's just.
He's still going.
That's all there is.
Oh,
It's Bryson
man.
on the fresh softs. Takes the fastest lap of 1:12.1.
Still one. That's good for tier 4. Oh wait, that's fastest lap though. That's still good.
Whiffy's catching the back of Willica. He was able to get past the other Haas driver because he pitted. He decided it was time to call it quits, while a driver on a different compound with more laps is still going for it. So I think it's happened. It's happened. It's happened. It's happened.
No, dude, he has 2 punctures.
The tires, there's nothing else to give.
No.
I'm sorry, Chunky, but I think I have to say I
You
called it.
jinxed it. You know you jinxed it, Richie. It's all
he
your
has
fault.
3. Oh no, he doesn't have 3. He has 2. He has 2 points.
Well,
Look, I'm still gonna applaud Chunky. That's definitely the drive. of
yeah,
the day.
but there's some action going on now. Ronnie on Groggy, the 2 Groggies. DRS overtake.
It's Ronnie. It's the fastest. Groggy to go. Unfortunate. There's been contact. There's been
What?
There's been a massive incident. There has
we
been
didn't
a
catch
massive
that. How
incident.
did we not catch that?
I was focused on. Okay, I'm not gonna name names. There's been an absolutely massive crash.
Silk is in the
Safety
lead.
car. Silk. I should have caught
4
that.
laps remaining.
No, I'm gonna start naming names. I blame you. It's your fault. I've been watching their battle because there has been nothing else to watch. I go to see the action that you call, and the leaders kill each other. It's your fault, Fader. It's your fault. I think they're gonna pit. It's the thing to do.
Oh, what the?
Absolute. I think I have a
flip.
theory, however. I think Reptile will try to take it side by side. If there's rain.
There's rain.
There's rain.
There is, but look at Chunky.
It's not gonna be enough.
Chunky's on inners.
No, Chunky.
Chunky's on. I don't think that's the best strategy.
I do know. The track is not going to be ready for inners easily until the race is over.
Okay, I've just lost track of the race because I don't know.
It's your fault.
You know what, Ritzy?
You know it's true.
Oh man, I mean, oh, Chunky's leading the race again.
Chunky's in the lead of the. Oh no, Chunky.
Chunky did something. Well, the Silk was leading, but he pit, and he's gonna have to pass 3 old hard runners for the win. Well, Willick has a 5 second, but I mean, oh, Adam
Actually,
jumped him. Sorry, Adam jumped him, but he has a penalty as well, and that's a corner cutting penalty. But
guys, actually, Titan is in the lead of the race.
yeah, Titan is in the lead. So mainly eyes on the 3 hard runners, and I'm Silk as well. I mean, Silk had a pretty decent race, pretty good comeback. He's adapted to everything, you know, and could this be the topping on the cake?
It very could be, as Whiffy also made a very good comeback. He decided not to pit. And really quickly, I'm gonna go on board with Chunky. I don't mean to call you out, my man, but the track's not ready for the inners. You can see just how little grip these tires are offering Chunky. He tried to preserve his mediums to go as far as they could. He took them 30 laps for the rain period, which did hit. I think it hit too late.
It was just all action in all 3 actions, I would say. 3 actions in 1 lap, you know. Chunky got a puncture.
3 events.
Ronnie overtook Ruggy, and then the thing that you missed because you streamed it is Ron and Reptile.
Okay. okay, everybody. But besides naming names, which is still your fault, I think this has just completely changed the course of the race. Ron Swanson looked like he was on par for not an easy victory, definitely not, but for a victory with a lot of pressure. Still a victory nonetheless. I think, how I said, my theory is I think Reptile got too greedy.
Yeah,
I am very, very certain that they went side by side up the hill. I know.
Yeah,
that
you
because
even said it. You even said it.
I
You
know. I
cannot
caught it,
go
and I would have
side by-
caught it. I would have.
Okay, Ritzy, please, for the love of God. Okay, there could be a
I think the
safety
safety
car
car's
glitch
coming in.
here.
No, Chunky.
Yeah, Ritzy, there could be a safety car glitch here because Chunky
shouldn't.
over. Oh, well,
Safety car.
Chunky's race is over.
Is he stuck in the pits? Oh, he got wing damage, and he's on another set of inners.
Oh my God,
Chunky.
my man.
On to safety car restart. You want to take us through it?
Yes, indeed. Titan is holding up the pack a lot.
I'm gonna try to.
Anyone
try to let you
can
make
win
up
this
for your
race.
mistake.
What was that? What?
I'm gonna try to let you make up for your mistake.
Anyone can
Go
win
ahead.
this race. I cannot notice anyone that has the pace advantage because I don't know. And the grid is off, and they're going 3 wide with Willica, Adam, and Whiffy. Willica has the advantage, but Adam pulled off, but he still has the outside. Willica goes a bit wide. Whiffy is still on the inside, and Ronnie passes Silk. Silk is still going side by side. Adam goes into the pass. Adam overtake. Adam brake checks Silk, and then Ronnie just goes sideways. That was just something else. I don't even know what that was. Time is still going.
Oh, they're going side by
yellow
side.
flag.
They're going side by side. Rocky made the move stick.
Rocky
Overtook.
Oh my God, Rocky's in fifth.
No, there's been a spin.
Oh, that's crazy.
This race is chaotic all
This
of a
race-
sudden.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's chaos. Silk and Broken Reptile are battling. Silk with the broken front wing damage. Broken Reptile hits through well with the end.
Oh, they're going side by side.
The and the soft run. Remember the strategy difference. Adam goes wide. He goes into the gravel. Whiffy. Oh my
There's
God,
been
the
more
dangerous. He was, yeah, that was his spot. And look at
look at Groggy.
Groggy going around the outside of Whiffy.
Come on, Groggy.
Did Groggy get another podium out of this? He has
He's going
the
to
tire
have- come on,
advantage.
Groggy.
He has the overtake. He's gonna overtake Whiffy. Whiffy with the great comeback when he got spun around. Groggy down the inside. Whiffy is gonna try to hold through. I don't think he can fight back.
I think Groggy can go for P2.
Willica has a penalty. Oh my God! If Groggy gets another penalty,
Groggy, I think
one
this
more
might
lap.
be. I think this might be the most golden race that I've seen Groggy take part of. Reptile is on the overtake, but I think he's gonna go side by side again up the hill. Oh, Groggy, is he gonna?
That was a bit impatient. He wants to
Groggy's
overtake him,
caught
though.
the back of Willica. Titan is on par here for a race win. Willica is trying to fight for his life, even though he's gonna lose to the podium because of the penalty. Groggy, there's contact.
Okay.
I think. I'm not going to comment. I'm going to stewards aside. There's been a contact. There's been wing damage. Groggy is missing a part of his wing. This is going to mess him up in the final sector. This is going to be close.
Sun is out. Whiffy can get a podium for this potential P2. Silk is on side by side with Willica. And Titan is coming across the banking. He's going to take his first win of the season in Tier 4. Great race. Groggy in P2. Whiffy in P2. Oh, this is a drag race.
Broken web. Wow. Now that's how you end a race.
Ronnie, in fifth, can we? I'm just looking at Chunky. Let's look at Chunky, man.
Chunky, no. I'm still gonna applaud him. He had merit. He took mediums way longer. Any sane person would think.
Okay,
Than any regular person would think, honestly.
but
There's
see,
no
I
way the
think-
tires. I'm not
See, we
making
need a-
fun of him. Shut up, Fred.
No. But-
Can I finish commenting the match?
No, you
first?
can't. I'm joking. Keep going. Yeah.
Okay. Really, I don't know. It's just what a drive from him. What a drive from everyone. What a finish.
Gotta applaud him.
Netherlands doesn't fail to disappoint. Tier 4 does not fail to disappoint.
Yeah. What a race. We need to take a
Can you
breather.
invite podium
I'll
sitters?
invite them on. That was just.
Yeah.
It was
You were
chaotic. It
shouting at
was.
the top of your lungs. I think that's the energy that we needed. That's the energy that I cannot provide, unfortunately. It's Groggy, rightfully driver of the day.
Might get a
Once
penalty
again.
from that. I was on his view, and it looks like he just.
Yeah, I saw it as well.
He just got into the. But we'll let the stewards review that, and
I would give an opinion, but I think that's up to the stewards.
yeah, I don't know, man. Let's invite. I'm going to invite them all. Wow, just wow.
I mean, as we see our podium celebration, this was not the podium that we were looking at for the second safety car.
Yeah.
This race was flipped on its head.
I think at the end of the day, we gotta say that Titan does semi-deserve this win because he did he was
very consistent.
No! Damn it! I accidentally left the session. Can you invite them, please?
Thank you, Fada. Alright, really quickly, before I have to do the job that Fada should be doing, Titan wins
I'm
the
inviting
Netherlands
Groggy
Grand
and-
Prix. Groggy gets P2, Whiffy gets P3, and that rounds up our podium. Broken Reptile, McLaren once again, absolutely strong showing. P4, Silk P5, ER10 P6 actually. I did not see the ER10. He was at the back of the field for so long. He was able to make up positions. Well done for him. Willica P7, BHRO Adam P8, Frizy P9, and Ronnie rounds up our point sitter. Our only person to finish outside of the points was the madman himself, Chunky Tags. It's still what a drive from him. Our 3 DNFs, Ron Swanson was involved in a major collision. Fluky 4, I believe, just died on the curb, and Michi, his tire got eaten by a barrier. I think we have sitters. I
One
wasn't
more
able to invite
person.
anyone.
Who was third?
And,
Sorry, I just got caught
it
up.
was
Ritzy, who?
Whiffy, I believe.
Yeah, it was Whiffy.
I'm honestly not even sure.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Titan. You're doing the job that we should be doing more on Fada. If you haven't
Hey,
left the
Richie,
lobby.
I swear to God.
So it is Whiffy winner. He is our.
Let me invite him. Alright, cool.
Also,
Alright.
really quickly, I'm gonna wait. Actually, no. You can.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for Whiffy if he. Yeah, there you go. He's in. Yeah. Richie, you can start the
Alright.
interviews.
Yeah, really quickly, I want to mention. I know that there was some technical issues going on in previous streams. I fixed it. It works now. We can hear you. I don't have to be awkward and replay what you say. So.
Cool. That's good.
Right. Yeah, it is very good. Oh yeah, I upgraded definitely 100%. Right, on to our podium drivers. P3, Whiffy. You had an absolutely chaotic race. Honestly, like you went.
Yeah, man.
It was a roller coaster race.
I'm
and
glad
I
you
think
guys thought so.
I should let you. I think I should let yourself just.
Oh
go through it.
man, you nailed it. Like, thought I'd pull, missed out by 7,000. Like, dude, like massive congrats to freaking Swanson on that one. Like, so tight. And then the rate, man, I got it in the lead, and then I got jumped in the pit somehow, and then I don't even know who it was. I think it was Broken Reptile. I think, and he just cut the apex. Just honestly 2 inches, and it probably we wouldn't even have touched, but it was 2 inches too much for me to be in there, and I ended up spinning and battling back. A couple overtakes around T1 on the outside felt good, and then kind of thought that's where I was going to stop. And that little bit of rain, like safety cars, yeah, it went. I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm just happy to be here. I don't know. Oh.
Yeah, absolutely crazy drive from you. Well done. Well deserved podium.
Oh, thank you so much.
And
Yeah,
Fada, I think you deserve to do this next one.
Yeah, Titan. Oh wait, no, not Titan. Sorry, Groggy.
No.
Groggy.
Don't worry, Groggy's is on the podium.
Groggy, second podium in a row. I mean, well, obviously on track. I don't know about that incident with Silk, right? With Silk, but you know, podium on track. How are you feeling right now? Yep. Any questions, Richie?
I just want to say absolutely terrific drive, and like we're gonna have to see what the stewards have to say. But either way, that was very good
Yeah.
comeback. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna say this. I did not expect to see you on the podium. You were spun out, as you said, and I believe I was able to catch it.
Oh,
And you were
Silk
just, like,
spun you out. No,
fighting
that was
with me.
Ronnie. Sorry.
I don't know who spun him out, unfortunately, but I do think I caught it. And yeah,
Yeah.
you just made your way back up the field. The absolutely chaotic final laps definitely helped. And yeah.
Yeah.
So congratulations, and Fada,
Yeah.
you can do the last one as well.
Okay. Titan, first win of the season. How are you feeling? How are you feeling for the championship overall? Because Silk, if there is space, you know, he could. Well, not Silk, right? Well, yeah, it was Silk. Sorry. Oh
Silk,
my
yeah, it
God,
was
I
Silk.
just got my. Yeah, I got my names confused. I am so sorry. I got Willica and Silk confused. But yeah, Silk is guaranteed tier 3 for the season, so that is one rival off of your chest. How are you feeling with the championship? Led more, I would say, gained. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just happy that I'm not Casey Kane anymore and continuously finishing second. No, it feels amazing to finally have the first win under my belt and actually have a lead in the championship for once. It
Well, technically,
at the
yeah.
end, yeah, technically a lead, depending on if there's space or not, and all the tiers. Yeah, I honestly I saw everybody go in the pits. I'm like, 69% on my front left. It can go 3 more laps, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, the incident between Groggy and Wilka was kind of a saint or a surprise or a gift to me, which I shouldn't say that, but it kind of was because my tire popped right when I crossed the finish line. So, kind of thank you, kind of not, because I don't if it's a racing incident, I don't again. But I'm happy for the win.
Yeah.
I almost threw my chair in excitement, but I have a bunch of breakable stuff in my room. And thank you guys for commentating for Tier 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just gonna say this as well. With Groggy's same situation, it's very unexpected. It was looking like the podium was gonna be set very early on, and well, the chaos. And, first win. It's still a very good win. It feels amazing after you win a race. I know how you feel. I wouldn't throw a chair. I wouldn't say I had that much excitement, but it's different people. Different people do different things, And a win's definitely something to celebrate. So congratulations. And I think with that we can wrap up the stream. Very, very good driving from everybody. Absolutely chaotic race. Fade out. You could finally hear him. We could finally get the thing fixed. So I didn't have to let the stream down. And yeah, so next up is going to be Tier 1 and Tier 2 tomorrow. I don't know the times, even though I race in one of the tiers. Make sure to check those out. We're also going to have...
I don't know.
It's 8 and 10, the same time as these. Come on, Ritzy.
I'm sorry, I don't have the memory capacity.
Oh my god, Ritzy.
I'm gonna go off on you after this finish. And I believe it's Tier 5 and 6 who race on Mondays, and then next week is gonna be Spain. Should be interesting. I don't think it's gonna be quite as interesting as Sandvort, as definitely provides a lot of action to track. I think that's everything I have to say. Fada, anything else?
We are closing off. Next race is at Spain, so get ready for that. Thank you everyone for watching, and we will see you next week.